Hi and welcome along to DR Sports. It's time for the weekend preview. And I'm joined today by Matisse.
I love previews.
You love previews?
Yeah, I love them.
What a roundup. Do you not love roundup?
Nah, he's so much happier.
Listen, we love previews. Previews are my favourite.
All right, we'll find out. I've got a few questions to put to you today. Abbi Summers is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
And late substitution is here. We got Cecil G.
Don't do that. They're high-fiving me, but on the diaries, they were saying they need to sell you to bring me in.
Yeah,
it should be one Arsenal fan per panel.
It should be. But we can immortalise you. So.
On FTV,
we've had to sub him in because we've got no AGT today. Yet again, the
cash.
Sorry, cash. He didn't have cash for the train. No, actually, the train's let him down today. The train got cancelled.
We still haven't got Flex. We haven't got AGT.
Yeah, he's got to come all the way from Liverpool.
You might get in at this point.
Yeah, you might get in, man. You might get in.
Stop, I love this show.
Just before we get into it, just to remind you that the Premier League is back, and so is the Fairplay app, which allows you to hold your friends accountable for those head-to-head bets, like the one that I had with Matisse on a Monday when he said he'd be able to name the 40-something Chelsea squad players, and he flopped.
42.
But because I hadn't locked him in,
42.
right? If I'd have locked him in on
wrong.
Fair Play now, I'd get my money. It was £100, right? And he's been trying to shift around. But if you lock him in on Fair Play, that means he would have to guarantee that the bet is paid up. You can also join into the sweepstakes against the Fair Play community with big prize pots up for grabs. This weekend, Fair Play are launching their first goal sweepstake for the Aston Villa versus Arsenal game. It's £2 to enter, and there is a £150 prize pot up for grabs. To get involved, select the Aston Villa versus Arsenal first goal sweepstake, enter and pay a £2 entry fee. You'll then receive your randomly allocated time pick. If the first goal of the game is scored in your allocated time, you win the prize pot. Fair Play are also running sweepstakes this week on a whole host of other events, including the Saturday 3 p.m. Premier League games, Liverpool versus Brentford on Sunday, the F1 Dutch Grand Prix, PGA BMW Championship, and much, much more. So if you're watching this weekend sport in action, make sure that you download the Fair Play app today and get involved by clicking the link in the description below or by scanning the QR code on the screen. And you must be in the UK and 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly. Everybody get involved. Don't forget to like the video. We've got loads of super chats coming in straight away. First one here from Clara Bitsy, who says, big up Clara, Robbie, next time, prior to recording, make sure you've done your homework, because if there was a community guidelines on YouTube, they would be for your video. We paid £8 million for the Felix loan, not 19 million. It was reported at the time it was 19 million loan fee.
No,
remember?
See, that was incorrect as well.
Community notes.
19 million. Where'd you find that figure
19 million
from?
loan fee.
No, 19?
For a loan
Yeah.
fee?
No, that's extortion.
That was the first time
Are
you
you
had
sure?
No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I am more than you can believe, so
Are
sure.
you somebody?
And Clara said you also had the audacity to talk about the treatment given to Lukaku. Are you serious, Robbie? How do you want us to treat him? He threw us under the bus. Well, you did pay a lot
Where
of
have you
money.
been saying these things?
I don't remember dissing Lukaku.
Why did you say that?
I don't know.
Where have you?
How many videos have you done this?
Him still
Is there a biased Premier League show that I need
And
to tune
she
into?
goes on to say you were silent when Arteta banished Ozil, Pepe, Aubameyang, Tierney, and when Arteta does this, it's a ruthless genius, but when others do it, it's a circus.
You weren't silent.
So, Clara, I'll ask you the question. Are you therefore saying that Chelsea is not currently a circus and that everything that is happening there is correct and is right? Would you say that?
No, I wouldn't say everything is correct. Not everything.
Clara, over to you. Just let me know.
Keep spending that money, honey.
And actually, she's got one more. It says, Robbie claiming all Chelsea fans are devastated. Did I say that? Well, surely not the case with me. Many Chelsea fans, also Matisse. If that's your opinion, probably get it by speaking with Rory Jennings 24/7. I don't speak to Rory Jennings 24/7, although he's my good friend. And another one, you mentioned Chelsea have signed.
Are we going to get to talk today?
Sponsor me.
You mentioned Chelsea have signed 12 players, which include under 18 players, but we've never once mentioned Chelsea have sold 16 players this summer. You said it wasn't a circus. And you know what? There's more. You keep mentioning Chelsea have spent over $1 billion.
Moving mad.
She's investing.
But why
in
have
your
you
club.
never
That's why
mentioned
you
that
get
Chelsea have sold more than 400 million in the last 2 windows? That's not $1 billion, no, is it? Right.
Is she still there?
And Cara Ritzy says, I thought it's the final one.
Wow.
I thought, Robbie, you and Jamie Carragher were different.
I don't know,
But
if
instead,
you have paper,
you both have a lot in common. Neither of you have won a Premier League as a player. Well, I'm not a player. And both of you jump on the media bandwagon and chat rubbish. Clara, if you think it's all sweet and beautiful over there at Chelsea, good luck to
Yo,
you.
Clara.
What do you do for a living?
Clara, pull up.
Clara,
Sponsor
I'm
me.
doing watch along today. Clara, I'm doing watch along.
Oh, yeah, there's a watch along.
Be there.
You're doing a watch along, so that's the qualification
Of the
for the
conference.
conference league.
Qualification for the conference call. Yes.
And you're doing a watch along to that. You're going to spend your time.
Listen,
We will
I
be
would
there.
do.
We will be
I
there.
would do.
be
I
there.
would do a watch along if Chelsea were playing Millwall. Yeah, if Chelsea were
Millwall?
playing
What's
Forest
Millwall?
Green. If they were playing
That's probably a
Lewisham
higher
Youth,
standard than what
Bromley.
you
I don't give a damn. I'm there.
I'm here-
every game.
I'm-
I do watch alongs for friendlies. I don't give a damn.
Do you think it's a mess over there at Chelsea at the moment?
I think there's elements of it that has been messy, 100%. But then
Sterling
there's also lies. Yeah, elements
Be
because
honest, it's
because
a
the way,
mess.
when I speak on here about the wage structure with Alex, thankfully, you know, Alex won't be here to lie today. He tries to pretend like Caicedo and Enzo and Lavia are players that have rejected his football club are on 250k, 300k. This is why they've gone to Chelsea for money. When the reality is,
They're not on that
we've
much a
just
week,
seen
are they?
Cole Palmer's just signed an extension at 120, which is a brilliant,
How
feat
many
to put him on.
years in that contract?
100%, he's on for a lot of years. But
16.
even if you
Did
sign,
Nicholas Jackson get another deal as well because of the fact that Cole
that
Palmer
hasn't
got-
been done. But even if you get a lot of years, you're still going to get a wage increase, as it's just being shown
he
by
need to
Cole
get a
Palmer.
wage increase?
He deserved it after last season.
After one season?
I
Is
think
that-
after last season, being Young
Is that
Player of the Year.
really?
Well, what was he on? What was he on previously?
Let me ask you
Peanuts,
this,
it
right?
seems,
Let me
right?
ask you this. So,
If he was
But you
on-
wanna
if
ask
he
me
was on
about
40 grand
Sterling?
a
He's on
week.
60.
yeah, because
Yeah, exactly.
one second, I want to ask you about Raheem.
He deserves more than 60
I want to ask you
after
about
that.
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, I agree.
Because has he been treated fairly by?
Well, Sterling put that statement out. I ask you, do you think, because Jamie Carragher was speaking on Sky, speaking about that statement not being necessary, you've been left out of the matchday squad. There's nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, you didn't deserve to be kind of...
You've been bombed out the whole squad. Let's
No,
be
no,
real.
but
Now,
you-
you
but-
know,
so- so-
the manager issued a statement yesterday. Said he's not playing for the team again.
That's after he's been left out of the squad and he's
Like,
put that
come on,
statement out.
I think he would.
obviously
I
in
think
a-
he knew what was happening. That's why. That's why he's issued that
But
statement.
do you think he's entitled to be in a matchday squad? If Chelsea have got too many players, which everybody admits, right? We have got too many players. Someone's not making the matchday squad. Now your performances last season.
22.
Yeah,
22.
squad.
No. We're talking
Squad
about
is crazy,
squad
Yeah, but
for.
22 players aren't making the matchday squad.
We're talking about the
22.
squad for the Premier League game against Manchester City, right? Some people are not making that squad because you guys all know we have too many players. He has no entitlement or God-given right to be in that team or on that bench based on his performances since he's come here, and that's just facts. He didn't go to the Euros. None of you would take him at his wage, and he's not being
He
performed.
wasn't even on the bench.
No, he's not on the bench.
No,
It's
but
what I'm
saying, the
It is
squad,
what
the
it
whole
is.
squad.
No. If you're not on the bench and you're not happy about it, you go to the manager. You whisper in his ear, yo, what's going on, Gaffer? And you ask for clarification. You don't have to come out
I
publicly.
think he knows, right? I think the reason why he did that, right, is because he knows, which is what we've since found
but
out.
I knew that too.
That
You
they're
knew that.
bombing him out of the team.
It's not bombing him out.
that's
Hold on,
nice.
it's not.
Mudryk deserves a place on the bench over Sterling.
I don't listen. I don't rate Mudryk highly. I don't believe
Well,
Mudryk should be on there either.
so then what are we
However,
doing
at least with Mudryk, you can make the case that there's got to be development for him this season. He's still young. He needs to improve. Sterling is on a decline. You know that. I know that. He's not going to the World Cup most likely in the future. He is on a decline. The next club he goes to is not going to be at any of you guys'
Could
level.
be.
None of you guys
Could
would take
be.
him.
Some, no,
Would you?
could
I-
on loan.
I-
No,
I'll
at
take
three-
Robbie
at
wants-
300k a
to-
week, you pay.
No,
Okay, so he's gonna have to
wages.
he's gonna have to half his wages,
No, the
right?
wages,
Now,
but
if
I'll
you're
take
trying
I'll
to
take him on loan. I
I'll
wouldn't
take
take the
him, yeah.
wages. No
right,
chance.
this is you're not gonna get him on loan. You have to pay some money. You know what I mean?
But
Otherwise-
you lot paid those wages.
You got to
Again, under Todd Bowie, which is what I keep saying. It's when he was sporting director, he overpaid Cucurella. I've admitted that. He overpaid Sterling. He overpaid Koulibaly, Aubameyang. However, right now,
Where are
if
they?
we were paying those wages, we'd have Osimhen. That's what I've said. So when it comes to Sterling, if we do want to move him on, which for me was obvious from the start of the summer, I said Sterling's going to be moved on, Chilwell's going to be moved on. These guys are older. They're not really bringing leadership qualities to the team in regards to on the pitch. You remember the 3v1 against Wolves where he didn't pass? It's him and Jackson and Palmer right running next to him, doesn't pass, right?
I remember
right.
that.
So you have to
remember
weigh it
that.
up as a club. If we're going for a long-term younger team that are trying to improve and gradually get themselves to the level they need to be, let's not lie. Sterling is not going to be an important part of the team. When
So
we're
you
trying
think
to
it's
win
right
things.
that, you know, like Sterling, the guy that you bought in, big money,
I think it's a mutual decision that he's now training
right
at home.
throughout his career. He's always seemed to, never be falling out publicly with players. You think
he
it's
fell out with
right?
Pep.
You think it's right that, like, not publicly like what I've seen here, right? You think it's right that Neto comes in, they just take the number 7, give that to him before?
This all happened after he put the statement out. As far as I'm concerned,
as far as I'm
concerned, he moved first. That chess piece, when you put that statement out,
I think what he was,
then that was your first move.
Is that he was very much involved in a lot of the pre-season stuff that
he
went
was
around
blindsided.
Chelsea. So I think that's where that anger obviously came from, and maybe that initial reaction. Because if you've been part of all the pre-season, everything up until the first day,
Emotional
it's not about that you've just been left. It's not that you've just been left out of the squad. He's obviously got an inkling. He's been left out entirely, like the rest of the other players that have been sent to whatever little summer camp they've got going on in the back room.
But no one else has put a statement out.
No, but I can understand why people would disagree with the statement, because you're saying, well, just before kickoff, is that helpful? And not that I think it changes the game at all. But I also think at the same time, the way that Chelsea in general have been treating these players that have come through their academy, or players that you signed on big contracts, which is regardless, it's still under this ownership.
With the Chalobah one, I agree.
I do think that maybe there does need to be people that are held accountable for those decisions that are being made. And the buck does also stop with, if the manager doesn't want him, it stops with the manager. Like he said, he wants to trim down that squad and work with X amount of players.
Very honest.
Course,
very honest.
Of course. And
I respect it.
I respect that.
Now, for me, he's still speaking on behalf of the board. Like, I'm not going to lie and sit here and say that
he's fully speaking on behalf.
Yeah, he is.
Of course he is.
No, because they both agree.
Wow.
They both agree they want to get rid of high wage earners. For me, okay, maybe he was blindsided, but for me as a fan, it's been very obvious all summer. If you're making 300k, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, really well and truly. We're trying to trim the wage budget. We're clearly not moving for Osimhen because he won't drop his wage demands. What do you think's going to happen?
Arteta and
You're 29. This happened at your club as well, Arsenal.
It happened to us,
when you've tried to trim the wage budget with Aubameyang and Ozil, so it's not the first time it's happened.
It was done a little bit differently.
It was done differently.
The way
maybe.
in which I'm seeing everything. You know what? It's not one thing in isolation at Chelsea.
Yeah, because it's
everything that's happening.
It's crazy.
Just indicates a mess.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, common sense, innit? If you're making 325k, you're underperforming, you're 29, and they're a new project, and I'm seeing quotes at the start of the summer. I want to be part of the project. Come on, brother. Come on. Let's be real. You're not going to be part of it. It's kind of obvious.
There's also the aspects of having people that have got experience and have gone on to win. So they've gone to win on Premier Leagues and things like that.
But you have to perform.
Okay, so let me
but you can't really base
that
on last season or the season before that. Look at the state of your club.
Yeah.
Other than Cole Palmer, no one's really performed.
But let me move on to
and Gallagher.
And Gallagher.
Gusto was good.
I'm going to move away from the statement and that situation, but more about the player then, because Robbie said it. He would take Raheem Sterling on loan. There's a lot of debate on the community about whether to take Sterling. You said he's on his decline.
He's declining, yeah.
So you think it's not just a Chelsea thing? Because Havertz I watched him at Chelsea. I said he is a horrendous player. He's here at Arsenal under a new project, and he seems to be. Listen, I'm not going to go too far.
Thriving. You can say thriving.
He's doing well. So do you really think Sterling, again, is actually on the decline? It's his twilight period, or is it just the club he's at and the situation he's in?
I think Havertz is interesting because obviously the environment he's gone into at Arsenal is better. There's no doubt about it. You've got a manager that's been there long term now. You've got a system.
Yep.
Players are around him on form. You've got a structure. Your defence is tight. So even if he does miss a chance, let's be honest, you guys are not conceding, so he can have another one. It's not defining. You're winning games, so there's a positive mood there. If he wasn't bagging 20 to 25 goals and it was costing you points and costing you titles, that might be a different conversation. Like I said, if you guys want a striker and you're not going to play him as your first choice and you're going to bench him or you're going to move him to midfield, but I see you're signing a new midfielder, then Havertz being a successful Arsenal signing needs to be put into some context, because if he's going to be a bench player because you want Isak, that's a different conversation to 65 million pound striker leading the line, scoring 20 goals in a title winning season, which is what he needs to do. But when it comes to Sterling, when you start your career at 17 years old as a winger, your mileage is low at this point, at 29. We can see the decline. It's kind of clear. In my opinion, I can see it. Every week in, week out, I can see
Jorginho came to Arsenal and he's...
Jorginho was brilliant at Chelsea.
He's effective. Yeah, he was brilliant.
Jorginho at Chelsea was brilliant. Won the Champions League, won a Europa League.
Another signing, if I can remember which.
He was better at Chelsea than Arsenal.
I mean, you could say Jorginho, Kovacic.
Kova was starting for us. He's a rotational player at City. He was starting for us.
He scored against you last week.
Yeah.
This is not around. This is what you're on, yeah?
Do you have Felix?
A preview.
No, Felix.
No, I'm
happy with that signing?
I like Felix. I like Felix. No.
I just have to listen. There's so much happening.
You're sweating.
The press is mad. You're not press resistant right now.
Don't press me.
Matisse.
Listen,
How are you going to get out that high price?
I'm scanning. I'm scanning.
He started the show by going, I love the preview. Love the preview.
It's not a preview.
That's just a lot happening, man. I have to ask. I've got to ask these things before I get into it. There's a lot happening. I can't keep up.
Listen, I like Felix as a player.
Cool.
I've always liked, since he was at Benfica, I always thought he was talented. Always. He was golden boy, moved to Atletico, that was clearly the wrong move, etc. However, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Is that the player we need? Is that the player top of my priority? Absolutely not.
What do you
It's very
need?
obvious. Well, we shouldn't need anything.
Yeah.
This is where my
But you
criticism
do.
comes.
But
We
you
should,
do.
I've never lied about this. After you spend this amount, you shouldn't need anything.
As that
Why do
signing-
I still need a keeper? Why do I still need a striker?
Don't.
I don't, right? So I would I feel some shame. I would like to say I don't need nothing. Don't ask me for signings because we should have everything, right?
There's more
Bring
coming.
Washington, bring Fofana, bring all the man them. However, that would be a lie. We do need stuff. So
As that sign, this is my final thing on this Chelsea thing, right?
Go on.
But has that signing
Beg.
been made
Please.
only to accommodate Conor Gallagher going to Atletico Madrid because they
Yeah.
wanted to sell Conor Gallagher because that would be a homegrown player they sold straight off the balance sheet.
yeah.
Has that signing only been made for that reason?
Yeah, I feel so because you can't look at his profile and be like, that's what we're missing in a team that physically needs to be stronger, needs to be better equipped to deal with physical players, not get bullied in fixtures against you guys previously. Haaland on the weekend. You're looking at the striker position. You need a gunman potentially. Cool, that makes sense. You need a goalkeeper. Sanchez for me. I've said it when he signed. He's not good enough to be here. You need a spine. Look at that. Look at your key 3-4 spine additions and leave it at that. That was my thoughts going into the summer.
Yeah.
At no point did I say with Nkuku here, Palmer here, Chukwuemeka here. You've just signed Dewsbury Hall. Oh yeah, you know what we need? We've got to get Felix as well. But I like Felix, so welcome.
Not bad.
Good to see you,
all right,
brother.
let me
Welcome back.
get
You know what I
into
mean?
there's loads of
I hope
super
he
chats.
smashes it because if he does, I know there's gonna be so many people that gotta retract things.
Yeah,
hope-
just-
There's
I hope.
loads of super chats, right? And we got to preview these games coming up this weekend. Draven Square says, Emery, we're going to show you how Arteta is better. Your only good thing is that when you helped us crush the spoons. I think you mean Spurs. 4-2, Aubameyang, Torreira, Laka, and their man scored. Clara Bitsy says, finally, big up Matisse for the rant video regarding the media circus around Chelsea. Big you up for that.
Yeah, because we just want facts.
Huh?
We just like facts, Robbie.
When is all you can eat at Chelsea
Soon.
coming
I'm so
back?
sorry it's delayed, man.
Black Wolf
Eunice
says,
is travelling.
to the beautiful Abby, one for Vardy. One for Vardy, 0.
We're in a different
for your
game week. Let's keep it moving.
respect. Lady,
One
respect.
relegation, No
Listen,
relegation.
I'd rather get relegated with a Premier
I think, I'm ready.
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not having this again. I'm not having this again this season. I'm not having this again this season.
No, this show is the best. This show is the
You're
best.
making
He's twerking.
You're
on your
literally
face.
putting Ange
He's
on my face.
twerking.
Have some respect, production.
I'm actually ready to jump into that, because
This is rude. It's
come on,
rude.
I mean, you lot, listen.
What?
The Tottenham fans were winding Vardy
All
up,
game.
as every fans. They
when
always
I was at
on
home.
about his wife and everything like
Yep.
that. They were giving it to him. He gave it back.
Yeah, and
You give it, you got to be able to take it.
absolutely.
You gotta take it.
It's all a bit of banter, and look, we've given you endless memes, and it's only match week 1. Okay, so there we go.
What happened there?
You're playing some good football. I saw you tweeting though.
Right,
were
can
you
I
in the
just
group?
say? Can I just say
In the
about
group
that
at the
tweet?
first half, she was
yesterday-
excited. I love watching Spurs like this. It's I love Spurs when they're playing
Yeah,
like this.
listen, life came at me real fast Monday night, okay? So I didn't even realise that production or whoever's responsible for the tweets that go out on the DR Sports page, okay? So yesterday I'm sitting there, I get tagged in a clip, whatever, just scrolling through. I didn't even see what they did to me on Monday night. They took my tweets and then put them on a framed little thing and then posted it. I didn't get tagged, I didn't get mentioned. I'm just sitting there scrolling through and I'm like, oh, that's me. That's my tweets. Anyway,
The game's a
what I
game.
would say is there was large parts of that game for 60 minutes. I genuinely, I said in the group chat, I was really happy with the way that they played. I liked the football we were playing, great. Until they can't, until they concede and they shit themselves, and that's that. And that is just the history of Tottenham. And, we've got Everton this weekend, and they better win. They better win convincingly. They
You're at
better.
home.
They better.
Yeah, Everton got
They
slapped
must.
against Brighton as
Yeah,
well.
they
Well,
must.
result-wise.
We are in
Yeah.
big trouble, genuinely. And I said it at the back end of last season, if we continue the start of this season, the way we finished off, where we're not clinical, we don't take our chances, we end up being 2-0 down or something and having the late winners, we are going to be in serious trouble because we can't keep doing that.
Listen, it was only the first game.
It is, and there were...
What did
Promoted
you make of Dominic Solanke in his first game?
I think about Dominic Solanke. I didn't think it was a particularly great debut. I thought, again, there was 2 or 3 chances that you have to score. You have to score them. If you're not going to score all 3, you need to at least score 1. Like, they were all directly at the keeper. It was as if he just didn't want to, he just wanted to be safe and be like, I got a shot on target. It was like he was nervous, and I could see he was nervous. But for me, you're getting marked out the game in that second half by FaZe and Vestergaard. Like, we just spent £65 million on you, and I did say when we signed him, I do still think it's a bit of a risk because of he has had one very good season, and the other seasons have not been at that standard. But I'm not going to judge him on that. I'm really not going to judge him on
Think
that.
he'll succeed?
I hope so.
The history of this
What I would say,
I think the way that we play in terms of creating chances, anyone who watched that game the other night knows how many chances we create.
Yeah,
our problem for the last 3-4 months of the season has been about converting those chances. So I just hope he doesn't get himself into a situation where, because we're just not converting anything, but we're creating chances and it's costing us because we're not converting, it doesn't get to 3-4 games in and he hasn't scored, because then that, for a striker, is pretty detrimental mentally. So I just hope that he, against Everton, just whatever the goal is, whether it's tap in, whatever, please just get off the score sheet, because I think we need that for
your
confidence.
prediction for that game?
Look, I honestly think that Tottenham I think they should have been beating Leicester comfortably, and if you based it on the first 60 minutes, they should have been 3 or 4-0 up.
We were praising them.
Genuinely, we really were. And even you were in the group chat, right?
I'll give you that.
So I would expect Tottenham to beat this. I think we'll concede, obviously. Can I just say, we've kept 3 clean sheets in the last 30 games. Yeah, it's wild. Wild.
Everton to score.
Everton always. Any
what's your
team.
prediction?
I'm going to go 3-1 Tottenham, because I expect them to score at home. I expect them to start converting these
Solanke
chances.
hat-trick?
No, not a hat-trick. But I do expect...
He's on to Solanke early.
I do expect Solanke to get a goal at the weekend. I really do.
What do you reckon?
He's
Yeah.
trolling.
Where you going?
Spurs are at home. They need to have a response after that draw. I'm going to go 2-1, a tight 2-1 to Spurs.
Where you going?
I like 3-1 because I don't think Everton can stop leaking. I think 3-1.
Yeah, I'm with the 3-1 as well. I do. Listen, it's too early. Even though I'm bantering it, it's too early to judge Solanke. I mean, it's the first game.
Yeah.
He did miss Cutler. He looked mad nervous.
He did.
Man.
And I think...
This is the thing, right? Can he step up?
Yeah.
Now it's a bigger club, right?
He's
He was at Bournemouth, low,
he was at
under
Liverpool.
the radar.
He was at Chelsea, but obviously
he didn't do well at those clubs.
He wasn't necessarily starting in those things. So it's a big thing for him. And your home debut,
this is different now. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not Bournemouth in front of 11,000 fans.
Yeah.
It's 60,000 fans. I know what Tottenham fans are like, right? They're very critical if it ain't working. The TV cameras are there. Literally every game. This is really now his moment. Can he step up to the plate when the pressure's on? So, but it's too early. I can't judge it off of that. You know what I mean? The misses were, but I just saw a player that looked really nervous.
He should have confidence though. Like, who's his number? Who's challenging for his spot?
Richarlison.
There's no one that's challenging him
They both
directly.
cost the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Richarlison was 60.
But there's no one that is directly challenging him. It's not just on him.
Yeah, but he's got the shoes of Harry Kane to fill. You know what I mean? So
but he doesn't.
you've got to let that go.
That's actually one thing I did realise the other night watching him. I think as Spurs fans, we've been so blessed with having someone like Kane, who is such an all-round striker that drops deep and doesn't just stay. I know that we want him to do that in an England setting, but I'm talking about Tottenham, where you're so used to seeing him drop deep, go and pick the ball up, be proactive. That for me, I was just like, of course not. It's a different type of striker. So for me, I was sitting there being like, where's the movement? Where's him coming deep? But we don't want him to do that. We need him to be in the box.
But the minimum is him scoring goals.
The minimum is scoring goals. When you get that opportunity,
perfect way for him to address that is this week at home
debut
against Everton. You normally beat Everton at home.
Nice fixture list to start.
Buster Barnes, by the way, says glad Maresca cooked the media and the butthurt rivals who seem to think we have 40 players running around the first team training pitch. Bunch of dummies, aren't they? You get them running around various pitches, right? August Red 1 says, watching from Dallas, Texas, up the Spurs. Come on, he says.
Up the Spurs.
Tanny's, you got a fan in America. Tanny says, Chelsea equals drop shipping FC. Clara Bitzer again says, yes, Matisse, I will be there on our watch-alongs. However, I hope you're aware that Chelsea are charging £5
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah,
for streaming,
Dave, it's
as
not on
there's
it.
no telecom.
Did you just say Dave?
It's on Dave. I don't know what channel it's on.
That's so rude.
Oh, it's a conference like
No,
playoff.
there's Channel 5.
Is it on
right?
Dave?
You know, you would have
Gigi
been
Channel
in the
five.
Champions League if it was live when you guys were doing your thing.
No, but so is it on?
Be
Is it
humble.
on Dave?
So what is it on? What is it on?
Be humble.
I'm humble.
When you lift something in Europe, you can talk to me like this, but be
Bro,
humble.
you wait for conference is crazy. Is
Be
it on,
humble.
what channel is it on? Is it actually on channel?
It's not on any
TV?
channel.
It's not on anything.
Alright.
Okay.
As if you're charging
It's on the Chelsea
£5
app.
to watch
They're
it.
not showing it
It's
on-
only for
they're not
Chelsea
showing it
fans.
on,
I actually
TNT.
want to watch
But you know
it.
what?
No, I
It's
wanna
good
watch it.
because
have to be
I want to
there.
watch
are
it.
you going to pay £5 to watch it?
I might.
I
actually-
How much of a hater do you have to be to
Listen.
I
pay
need to-
our club
if you lose-
£5 to watch
If you
it?
lose,
I will bring the money in, man.
I'll pay £5 just to watch you, mate.
Yeah,
tonight.
actually, no. I will watch
you
it.
lose.
I'm not bothered about watching that. We'll be there watching.
We
you.
will watch
every
you.
time I watch a watch long, if they score, I have to pay. I'll have to get on it. So I might as well just
I'm not bothered
Chelsea
about
out.
you.
Jay
But I'll
says,
watch yours.
Matisse, your thoughts on your mud brother, Felix, on TalkSport having compassion for Gallagher. Also, what's Edu Militao doing on the DR Sports? That's you, Cecil. Yeah. Compassion for...
Listen,
Gallagher?
I
think he deserves
I
it.
like Gallagher a lot in terms of like, not as a player. I've never like been a stan or anything. I've always been open to a sale because I do think there's levels to go. But he was durable. He worked his arse off. He did have some effective moments last season where he improved his game, and I'm happy for him. I think at this current moment, he's playing for a Champions League club. He got a massive like.
Do you see the whole stadium?
The
was
whole
there to
stadium was
greet him?
there. You know, he's making double, triple the money now. He's got a
It's
great
a
top
step up.
manager. So I don't feel sorry for him anymore. Like now, he's gonna live his best life. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be under pressure there, you know what I mean?
He will be
It's-
under
it's
pressure,
like,
but it's
you know,
a great move for him. It's a great move for him.
fantastic move for him, you know?
Yeah, it's a great move for him.
Where's Chilwell going to go? He's been
No
banished
idea
as well, isn't he?
Yeah, no idea. This is going to be very interesting. Last 9-8 days, how they move these people.
I just remembered as well, he sold Brozier as well, innit?
Yeah, he went to
I'm
Ipswich.
telling you,
That was
I
a good
can't
sale.
keep up.
Where's he gone?
Yo, you'd be
can't
lucky to
keep
get
up.
that money for Nketiah. If Ipswich stay up, yo, Tractor Boys.
Tractor boys,
gone
man.
to
Don't go anywhere.
Ipswich.
I need them to
30
stay up.
million.
30
What?
If they
30
stay up,
million?
if Ipswich stay up.
Wait,
I need Ipswich to stay up.
30 million.
3-0.
Yeah.
And you can't get
3-0.
no money for Nketiah. Hold!
I get you there for 30 as well.
Yo,
No,
where's-
he'll be
30
Where's
million
that
for
Nketiah money, man?
Have you like
Don't
promised
start.
Ipswich like parachute payments or something?
No. If
like
Ipswich,
30
no,
million
I
for
reckon-
Brozier.
If Ipswich stay up, they're obligated to pay us 30 mil. Come on, Tractor Boys, man.
30
million. I always
Yeah, that's
Brozier.
right, that's right. The deal is...
If they stay up,
you only-
yeah.
You ain't getting the money then.
Nah, they might. They got the.
It's
Yeah,
probably
down
30 million, or Ed Sheeran has to do a free concert at Stamford Bridge or something like
Save the
that.
bridge.
We don't host
Probably
concerts. That's
Save
you.
the bridge.
That's you. Yeah, we don't
Save
do
the
concerts. That's you.
bridge.
You do concerts.
Running through some of the games. Brighton are going to be playing Manchester. Flex is actually ringing me.
Go on.
Yeah,
on.
pick up, man. Where's that guy? Let's go.
Hey Flex, I'm live at the moment on Weekend Roundup.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, I'm live. Live Weekend Roundup. Matisse is here. Cecil's here.
Preview.
Good. I wanted to check that everybody is being respectful of my club.
Oh yeah, I saw your video calling me out. Yeah.
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 I want to make sure that people aren't spreading malicious rumours and lies and just calling things as they are.
Why don't you just come on the show? We haven't seen you for 3 months.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, fortunately for you actually, because obviously if I would have been there after your shit show on Monday night, you would have probably had to get cooked a little bit more. But I'll be back very, very soon. So I just want to make sure all is in order.
Yeah, you know, we were just actually
up, Flex.
about to touch on the game, Brighton Man United.
Yeah. And I bet you've all said that obviously Brighton will win.
No, we haven't got into that yet.
You're just
Hold
so,
on.
So scared.
Slow down. What's wrong with you? Stop
Calm
biting.
down.
Come on, enjoy.
All right, well, give us, let
Yeah.
us tell us what you think. How do you think it's going to play out?
Nice early test. New manager for them, Fabian Arteta. Of course, they destroyed Everton, but Everton aren't very good. Let's be honest, they're not. And in the first 20, 25 minutes of that game, actually, Everton did do all right and should have scored a couple of goals, to be fair. And then they just did Everton-like things, like just getting sent off and giving the ball away in stupid areas. It's a good one for us. We're confident. It's going to be a tough game. But, you know what I mean? We're going there off the back of a first win and a nice little test. And I'm confident we'll get the job done, man. Mazraoui's come in there now as well. He looks very, very good. Does De Ligt start? Harry Maguire played very well. Leicester Martinez. Let's see about that. Joshua Zirkzee come off the bench. I still think he'll stay on the bench. I still think he'll go with Mason Mount in a 10 and Bruno in the false 9 for this game. I still think he will. But yeah, I'm confident.
Give us a prediction.
Manchester United 2, Brighton 0.
What? At the end, 12. Oh, bro.
Amex 12:30 kickoff.
Hurtzel's first game at home, yeah?
I'm going to go for the same scoreline it was last time we went there. Am I allowed to do that? Or
You are allowed.
Different manager. Different manager, mate.
Oh, different manager. Yeah, okay.
Matisse got something, so.
Home debut.
Flex. I miss you, mud brother. First of all,
Yes,
so
how you
please,
doing, my brother?
yes. I just want to let you know the transfer window is closing at the end of the month. So just please come back before then. Otherwise, we might not get the paperwork done in time, and then we won't have you here.
There's
you
more
know.
signings for Chelsea to
What I
sign.
want to say to you is, I know that there's still deals to be done at Chelsea. If you can get the paperwork sorted for one Jadon Sancho, please.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay, can you get the paperwork done for Chilwell?
No, we cannot. And if you dare, I tell you what now. This is why I'm so glad we're run properly, because there is
Run properly.
Whoa!
Get this guy out of here! Get rid of him! Get rid of him! Yo, get him out of here! Yo.
This idiot.
Hey, hold on. Let him explain himself.
Idiot boy.
So tell us how.
Idiot boy.
Tell us.
Run properly. Idiot boy.
All right.
You lot stay there laughing, yeah? All I'm saying is that we've got people who don't make dumbass decisions anymore, like getting a player like Chilwell, who's missed 100 games in the last 3 seasons,
Like
when we've got Luke Shaw, who's probably
Luke Shaw,
even more
Mason Mount.
injury prone than that. We will not, and then you can clip this, do whatever you want. Ben Chilwell will not be a Man United player. Impossible. You know why? Because we don't have stupid people who make stupid decisions anymore. So you can
Hasn't even gone bang yet either. As well.
Abby was saying the Casemiro
Project's not
contract.
banged
Gave
yet.
Casemiro a 5-year contract, yeah?
Project's not banged yet, and he's doing it.
They're already cashing their chips.
Ineos, no, you said any more, but you can't say that I'm so happy that my club doesn't make bad decisions.
Ineos are getting credit. They haven't even done anything
Ineos
yet in
have come
terms of
in,
like
and with the
tiring.
signings that they've made, they're not going to make dumb decisions like doing the Casemiro thing, like doing the Mason Mount thing, 60 million, giving him the 7 shot. It wasn't them guys. So next question, please.
I heard today that Ineos, well, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, has cut packed lunches for staff on match days. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
That's going
And
towards
you
the
know
transfer
why?
budget.
Well, I'll enlighten you, Abby, because I know you wouldn't have read the article, but you'll jump on the hype. You know why they've done that? Because they found a lot of food in the bin being wasted. How about that? You know what else he's done?
What?
He's cut the amount of programs being printed for hospitality. Why? Because they're finding them on the floor, not being needed. It's 2024. How about you download it with a QR code and read it online?
What's Jim Ratcliffe doing with the women's team?
I was going to, well, yeah, porter cabins.
What's going on there?
I was going to ask, is all this cutting back on?
Hold on, wait a minute. This is
Oh,
what I
got
love
more.
about you lot, yeah? You're talking about what my hierarchy are doing, Matisse, about the women's team.
Can't talk about ours.
Let's not get into.
Can't talk about ours.
Let's not get into the infrastructure at your club, because you don't even know half the players you see come off your bench. You don't even know half the players you sign.
Can't be me.
Can't be me.
You
Can't be me.
don't even recognise your club.
I know my
He's
players.
talking to you.
Can't be me.
He's not talking to me.
Can never be me.
No, I just wanted to ask him one final
Oh,
thing.
he's got one for you,
Oh,
Abby.
of course he does.
Football's back. I can't wait. This, that, and the other. By 70 minutes in, you couldn't stand the sight of Vardy after your fans were cussing him, this, that, and the other. He's drinking Red Bull at half time, mate. That's all Red Bull at half time to do a job over Spurs. That's what he said. Steve Cooper, wait, I don't need no prep time. It's Spurs at yard. Let's give me 2-2 Red Bull, yeah? Give me 2-2 Red Bull.
And we're good. And we're good.
It's more Red
I'm
Bull.
drinking rum and Red Bull.
And we're forward.
Okay, yeah, cool. Jason said if you lose to Brighton, you better be held accountable.
Yes.
If we lose to Brighton,
Yeah.
we lose to Brighton. Whatever you want to say, you can say it. But guess what? That hasn't happened yet. So
No, not yet, but we will be there if it does. And just one final
of course you will.
thing.
That's
Just one
fine.
final thing. All this cutting back on the packed lunches, the programs, is that to try and fix your roof? You trying to raise money?
Well, I'll tell you about that. Guess what else is happening? Because we actually got a brain cell. Yeah, we're looking at our stadium. We're going to build a whole new one, mate.
Yeah.
Next question.
All right.
Get rid of it.
You're coming.
nasty.
You're coming firing today, man. I'm telling you.
I've had a brain
Hey,
cell.
I'm not seeing you.
Wow.
Hey.
You'll pay for that.
One
Pay
brain
for
cell.
that. One brain cell.
Dyrum's going to
Wonder
be
how long
interesting.
it takes to build that stadium.
This is what my energy is on, yeah? Because I actually don't care. Because what it is
Sounds like
Clearly.
that.
you lot are mad because we're addressing stuff that you tried to call us out on for years, and rightly so. So now we address it, it's a problem. We're not allowed to get a task force to get a new stadium and see what going with that and fix the roof. We're not allowed to get players on better contracts.
The project
better
hasn't gone
value
bang
deals
yet.
and
It's
better
not
ages.
banged
As soon as we do that, you're saying get off your high horse. So
Please,
I just want to ask
honestly,
you,
please.
which one is it?
You better make sure you're right, Flex.
Yeah, you better make
just
sure.
like, the way you're talking is like the project's there, ready, done.
Done.
So,
I'm saying it's going in the right direction.
no, you weren't
No,
saying that.
no.
Nah, you weren't saying
All
that.
right, well, listen.
You weren't saying
Oh
that.
my
Flex,
God, please
we're gonna have to
Mr.
wrap it.
Brighton,
We're gonna have to wrap it because I've got
Please,
to
Mr.
get into some more of these predictions. And thanks for the call, bro.
One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. Robbie, there seems to be a video doing the rounds on Manchester United social media, on football Twitter, of you basically bigging up Joshua Zirkzee. They asked me to hold you accountable because I don't know what's happened. Because apparently you was doing a video saying that Joshua Zirkzee is a fantastic signing. Just before he's gone, he could have been great for Arsenal, £34 million bargain.
That's a good player.
Yeah, I'm just saying, is this circulating because you've cussed him and said it's not a good buy, or are people?
No, I've not said nothing about you lot. He scored on his debut, didn't he? Why are you getting? You're getting very
Robbie,
touchy.
Robbie, I feel like you said a lot.
And you know, getting very touchy. And I've not said nothing bad about Xerxes.
Very touchy.
Going around in the Man United
He's had a rant on,
is
he's
it?
had a rant on
said-
Sport defending the
I've
club.
not
And
said
he's
anything
got
bad
their-
about
got their
Xerxes.
pitchforks out.
Not yet, anyway.
I didn't draw you out for it. I didn't go on social media and repost. I just saw loads of Man United fans putting a video.
Oh, so they're looking for me to certify him now.
Yeah.
All right.
He's defending.
Yeah.
I ain't said nothing bad about him
Flex
yet.
got a low block up.
But listen,
I
he
know
made
what
a
it's
great
like.
start. He
He has
made a
low
great
block
start. And
I
he-
got a
you know
low
what I mean?
block
So,
too.
all right. Well, listen, we'll talk, man.
Tell Matisse good luck at Wolves anyway. They got a good record there. They'll be all right.
All right, nuts.
Minus goal difference.
Hey, listen,
Shush.
man. He's on fire. Hey, he's on smoke, man.
He needs to come down.
Yeah, I can't wait when Flex
He's on
comes
Get
back.
him back in the
And-
studio. Get him
Doing
back
the
in
rounds
here.
about me talking about Xerxes, I think is a good player.
You must have said a lot though. Clara said you were saying things, but where?
What did I
was he
say?
saying?
I've never said nothing bad about Xerxes. So why are they circulating that? Maybe they need.
I think
Maybe
it's the
they
way.
need
They
to,
want you to verify
me
it.
to certify
I
that
think
he's
it's
a
the
good
way
player.
he's twisting
Done.
things up. Don't you remember a couple weeks ago we were all saying that United are going in the right direction, they're spending good money, all this stuff. But no, he doesn't want to repost things like that. It's just when we question, he's flip flopping. That's what he likes to get everyone on.
I think he's got.
So
to
he's
do-
just,
I think he's just got a job at
Has it-
Ineos.
Like I said in the diaries, yeah.
Ineos, right? I just gave him 5 free bicycles. Or something. we got
He's nasty.
Hey,
Anyway.
so Jim.
Stress-
So Jim.
it's stress.
So all right, well he
we
went.
just do
He went for
predictions?
2-0. What are you going?
I'm going 2-1 Brighton. Hold it.
Yeah,
You go.
I want Let's go 3-1 Brighton.
Nice.
It's not gonna
3-1
happen, but let's
Brighton.
do it. I want him to be in the
Nice.
mud.
But I'm
Muddy.
gonna go 1-1.
Cool, we'll have that.
1-1.
I want him to call back.
I don't
If
know.
they
I
lose.
think.
Just cry.
Do you know, the thing is about that game is that United, right? Their game, if they'd have took their chances as well, they would have beaten Fulham by more. But then Fulham gave them a tough game as well.
Yeah, Fulham could have had chances. Half
But there is a bit of confidence at United.
Yeah, there is.
It's not an easy game. Brighton are going to be flying. I think I'm going to go for a draw as well.
the Amex
I'm
as
going
well.
1-1 as well. Well, 1-1 draw. The other game we're going to get straight into, Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Now,
The biggest game of the weekend.
Oh, we love
big
biggest
game, 5:30 kickoff. You would have seen the big
Yard man.
well, that video went viral. Right, it was me and Yardman. What I said was a lot of it's been thing, but what I said, if you watch the video, you can see exactly what I said. I said the next best manager for me in this Premier League right now, I'm talking about right, I'm not about historically, right now is Mikel Arteta.
Agreed.
He disagreed. He said that he thinks it's Emery. I still stand by that. The next best, the manager more likely to win a league after Pep Guardiola right now is Mikel Arteta. And that's what I'm going on. I'm not going on about what Emery's done in the past, right? Because you know what? I remember when Ancelotti was in the league. Mm-hmm. If you just look purely at his record, best manager in the league, probably apart from Pep. But he was nowhere near him. So I'm saying the manager that can win the league next, for me, if Pep weren't here, would be Arteta. And it showed the past couple of seasons because he's been challenging. We are playing against Aston Villa, the team that did the double over us last season, though. They did the double over us. I remember the first game away, we were there, 1-0. They scored really, really early. I felt that we should have won that, or at least got something out of that game. And it was very similar to the second game, where first half we played really well, but then second half they played well, and they deserved to win that game. Tough game for Arsenal away from home. Cecil, you'll be there, I'll be there. What do you reckon? Give us your prediction.
1-0 tight affair to Arsenal. It's going to be like the game, even though we should have won that game. I felt like when I was there the away game last season. They'd done City that week as well, but I think this game's going to be really
that's right. Yeah, they've done City that same week.
Yeah. So this is no good side. We know what Villa are capable of, and this whole Emery Arteta debate is crazy. If we lose, it's going to get reignited, and it's going to.
They're all waiting, man. The world is waiting. They are. If we lose that game to come.
Look at these two. Look at these two.
And you're definitely
in the group chat. I was like, "Who would you rather have as your manager, Arteta or Emery?"
Well, she's not Emery. She's going to say Emery. My thing is this, right? Emery was at Arsenal.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Has Arteta been at Aston Villa?
Wait a minute. If we were having a discussion, say he weren't been there, the next thing we'd say was, well, I'd like to have him at my club. Well, we've had him at our club, and I've got to tell you, it went very badly.
It wasn't great.
You know what I mean? Aston Villa fans want Arteta? Do Aston Villa fans want Arteta? Until he goes there, we will never.
No, but right now, they're very happy with what Unai Emery's doing. But I'm saying that for me, right now in this Premier League, this guy Mikel Arteta is doing a fantastic job. Where he's taken Arsenal from to be challenging. Right, you know, you guys were doing an interview with David Seaman earlier on, and it's the same thing he's sort of saying. We are now challenging again. Yeah.
But shouldn't he?
Like David Seaman said, we were celebrating getting top 4. Yeah. He goes, and he never liked seeing that. Now, you know, we're finishing runners up, and everybody's got their face along. You know what I mean? We've got to remember that. So,
shouldn't he get credit for Saka, Smith Rowe? Did he not give them their debuts? Saliba did he not
bring him in? But he also brought Pepe in. You know what I mean?
Did he bring him in?
Or did your board bring him in?
Did your board bring him in?
No, don't do that. No,
but he wanted Zaha.
Yeah, fair.
He wanted Zaha.
But still 72 minutes of record.
When I asked you the same question about Maresca, you were saying something different.
No, I say Maresca's the head coach and he gets what he's given.
You said that. No, you said about the. We was asking about the board and that. What was you saying to that?
No, I was saying that Maresca is a head coach. He gets what he's given, and
he was the head coach. He was the same thing. Emery was head coach.
We had this discussion on Monday. Like, you can't say that. It's not really.
Emery's a great manager.
He is a good manager.
I don't think it's a fair comparison because, firstly, the squad that Mikel Arteta inherited when he won the FA Cup was basically Emery's squad. The argument is he hasn't actually won anything yet with his own squad, and also
the team's improved.
Of course, it's improved. I'm not saying that about Mikel Arteta. He's massively improved your team. Of course, he has. But I would say on the Emery era, he just took over after Arsene Wenger, who is a very difficult person to overtake. In terms of like your relationship with the board, it was very, very fractured at that time. And I don't necessarily. I know he had 150 million, whatever, but Arteta
fractured when Mikel Arteta came in.
Yeah, but Arteta has spent 700 million. So there's a very big difference.
He didn't get the chance to spend that because he was a disaster.
No, but at the same time, if your board would have maybe given the backing that Emery would need.
Been patient.
I think.
But he did get a lot of money.
I do think he got 150 million, but we're talking about 700.
That's still a
700 million for the return of one FA Cup in 5 years.
He didn't get the chance to do that.
Yeah, I don't think
Emery got
the
FA Cup. I know you said it was
he had to get rid of. Mikel Arteta had to do surgery on that team. He had to get rid of
I think Emery also needed
to dump the whole team.
But I think Emery also needed to do surgery, but didn't get the chance to do it. That's just my point. That's just my view.
He didn't get the chance to do it because he flopped. That's the truth.
But Arteta also finished.
Edu did the surgery as well, didn't he?
Huh?
Was Edu there when Emery was there as well?
No, he came in after.
So that's the thing. It's a different structure with your board at the time.
You're talking about when I don't know what I'm.
Anyway, I'm going to have to rush you. We have to rush you on predictions because time is running. You said 1-0. Where are you going?
Where you go? Hello. I feel like this could be a draw. I feel like maybe 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. Where you going?
Yeah, tight game.
Is that AGT there?
It's AGT.
What'd you come down for?
I thought they cancelled your train.
Do you want to?
Where you
do the last read.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2. Ooh, we owe them, man. I'm going 1-0. I'm sticking with Cecil as well, man. On this, I think it will be a tight game. But I'm going to go 1-0. Jay says, Matisse, your thoughts. Oh, yeah, I already did that one. Matisse, quit coping. Coping by chatting about how certain players rejected Liverpool or Chelsea. Liverpool for Chelsea. We all know they liked London for the pound notes. Cooked project, he said. Was you saying that on a...
Yeah, whatever. Got rejected by Zubimendi as well, so it's like...
Buster Barnes says Matisse keeps cooking the delusional haters. Looks like you've been busy on your channel, man.
Yeah.
Shaffer says that statement from Sterling was made on Friday to the media, then they released it intentionally hours before the game. I did hear that, actually.
Never know.
Merha says Matisse is being hypocritical. Eric Ten Hag criticised Sancho for his training, and you sided with Sancho. Now your manager comes out, and you say it's a madness, and that's fine.
I was just saying that Ten Hag seems to be ripping up that squad pretty quickly, and the results are not coming. So if Maresca's results don't come, obviously it's gonna be a problem for him, right? You have to get results. He finished 8th last season on a -1 goal difference. Sancho was in the Champions League final, so Sancho is not finished in my opinion.
Tina says Vardy is still having a party, and it started with Spurs. Vardy will score 16.
You do realise they didn't win the game. They didn't win the game.
He did have a glorious moment, though.
Okay, but they didn't win the game. Cool.
I forgot to add.
They didn't win the
shit
game.
get banged, says.
Why have you put him back on my
Dragons
screen?
Vardy.
At me. Get Ange's arse out my face.
8 Black says signed 10 and still lost to City. Little Chelsea. Robbie and Cecil, would you take Sterling at Arsenal? Juicesaw says.
I said I wouldn't, but you
On loan with vastly reduced wages.
cuts.
We need a wide player. I would take him. But 300, anything over 100 grand a week, no chance. Arsenal did Aubameyang the dirty. You all ain't angels. No, I don't think they did him the dirty. Remember with the Aubameyang thing, he was warned a few times by the manager. You come in late, you this, you that, and I was an Aubameyang fan. So yeah, I mean, he wasn't done the dirty. Abu says, where is Flex? Robbie with Mourinho coming in. Will we be playing Rice, Mourinho as a double pivot with the FBs holding the width? Because both of them cannot play as lone sixes. Listen, I'm not the manager. I do think that he'll be playing.
And I think playing 6 with Declan Rice and 8 to help him.
O'Malley says Ozil was frozen out, but it was handled much better. That's very true. Sorry, there's so many super chats. Thank you very much for all of those that are coming in. O'Malley says Felix equals Coutinho 2.0. He'll be at Benfica in 4 years' time. Terence says with Sterling, Chilwell, Chalobah, Broja, Gallagher all being exiled, why do you think that Reece James is exempted from all of that? Love you, Matisse.
Didn't say he was. If he keeps getting injured, then there'll be a potential conversation coming up.
You think he could go as well?
I don't know, because I can't see him playing for a club that's worse than us personally. I think he's only going up, but it depends on the injuries, man. If he keeps getting injured, anything could happen. So we have to see. All
right, Udian says, hey Robbie, Nketiah looks destined to leave. Shall we go all in for a striker like Gyökeres or Osimhen? Don't trust Jesus with all the injuries. With only Havertz up front, we might be lacking ideas. And listen, we could do with a striker, definitely at Arsenal. Sud says Cecil, or should I say Cecil. I have one request. If we are 5 points clear at Christmas, can we please not have a T-shirt painted with you showing it off?
Again.
Printed.
We'll have to see.
Seal says 65 million down the drain. Solanke scores again. Sing the song.
Solanke scores 65 million down the drain.
65 million down the drain. But Solanke scores again.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How can it be down the drain if he keeps scoring?
I know, but that's a Havertz song. I think they're asking would there be a remix with him at Tottenham.
Don't know. I have to wait and see. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
It was 65 million it cost, isn't it?
Yeah, 65
million, yeah.
Well, who knows? That could come off and it could be a great masterstroke.
All right.
Or it could be terrible.
Carl
who knows?
Bates says Unai wanted Zaha. He spoke with him and his family. we in the Ivory Coast were getting ready to buy his Arsenal jersey. Then Arsenal bought Pepe instead. He's from the Ivory Coast as well, by the way. But splashed out 100 million on Rice for Arteta. Brian says, I'm here for the Chelsea cookings. Could be a few of those this season, I get the feeling. Abhinav says, if Chelsea aren't serious about the Conference League, they should play the other 22 players with a new manager.
That's a great point.
That's a really good point.
That is it's good rotation there.
We've got a lot of games. We've got Club World Cup
Eunice
as well.
says, hey, Robbie and Cecil, I really have a crush. Huh? I really have a crush on Matisse and I want to marry him. Can you give me advice? What should I do? Please help me.
I don't know who you are, but it's already been articulated to you in a polite way on the Big Six.
Oh, wrong.
Happen.
Oh, wrong.
Your second super chat now.
Oh,
Wow.
my days.
Third time.
Oh, this is serious.
I'm getting a restraining order.
This is
No, but-
serious.
Clara
Serious.
Bitsy says 2-0 to Brighton.
little.
Avzanav says missing Rantman's rants on Chelsea. Rest in peace to him and the Chelsea chaos.
Said, hi,
Imagine if he
Robbie
was
and
about
Cecil
now.
have
He'd
a
be
crush
losing
on
it.
Matisse.
Clara Bitsy says 2-0 to Villa. Evans says, if Arsenal smash Villa on Saturday, am I allowed to walk around my area naked? Do what you want, son.
What's going on?
As long as it ain't my
what's
area.
going on?
BC says,
I like-
Abbi said Arteta couldn't be an
Sus.
outstanding manager and he hasn't won anything. So Harry Kane can't be an outstanding player
And that's
until
not
he
what I
wins the
said.
trophy.
What I said was, if I'm talking, I said the other day on the TalkSport show that for me, if we're saying outstanding managers, my bracket is like a Pep or an Ancelotti or even a Klopp. And I said there's another bracket which are very good managers,
Yeah.
which I would put Mikel Arteta in. If he goes, and wins
I'd
the
agree.
Premier League.
I'd
That's
agree.
fair.
He
Yeah,
can't
that's
be.
fair.
He can't be in that.
I
bracket.
said I can't say he's an
Yeah,
outstanding
yeah.
manager.
I'd actually agree
He's a
with
very
you.
good manager. It's his first
Yeah,
manager.
I'd
actually agree with you.
That's what
Dragon
FA
says
Cup.
maybe a mad thing, but I'm
put Pep
going
in
Arsenal.
Arteta in the same
No, that's
You
wild.
can't.
Thomas Owen says Flex saying that United aren't making dumb decisions anymore. They played Lenny Euro in pre-season knowing he had an injury. Facts. Jared says Emery lost the league
say that.
1 year at PSG. At PSG, he says.
Yeah, with all those big
Yeah,
signings.
yeah.
All those
Neymar,
big-
Messi.
back in, all of that. Didn't win the Champions League.
Abhinav says Abbi moving like the English media, sensationalising. VM says time for facts. Arteta is in his fifth year and won the FA Cup. It took Emery a decade to win his first trophy, so you can't judge Emery over Arteta, you sausage.
What clubs was Emery managing when he was trying to win his first trophy?
Sevilla, Villarreal.
Kevin says the fact that the
PSG.
YouTube and TikTok are blocking CR7's account. Let me see. I'll read this one before I get.
Yeah.
Are they? No, I know he just made he made a YouTube
Yeah.
account.
Yeah.
Um,
trying to
Because
get him
they
to catch
can't
Mr.
afford
Beast.
Got
to
a
pay
million.
him. It's crazy.
got a
Big up
million
to you guys and
subscribers
down with the Spurs. I thought he hadn't. I thought he just started his YouTube channel.
yeah, he did. He got like 1 million subscribers in
Yeah.
literally under like.
He's already
30
over
minutes
10.
or 90 minutes.
Kalechi
What? He's
says,
over 10?
I don't mind Spurs until those bottle jobs began disrespecting Ten
Shut up,
Hag.
no
Small, unambitious little boy club. Kiss my teeth. Their biggest achievement is Arsenal not winning the league.
Listen, your own fans disrespected your entire manager the whole of last season. So watch all them tapes back, because as far as I was aware, KG was the only one on the defence league.
Sayer said would
And Marcel
would
Big
probably
Mark,
go
yeah,
to
view.
Guardiola first, Emery second, and Ten Hag third as best managers in the league. What are you smoking, man? Ten Hag. League.
To be fair,
But in the league.
second most successful in the last two
Well, we
seasons.
finished 8th.
If we're talking about
I mean,
trophies, though.
Chill out.
What do we
Chill out,
talk
what we
about?
doing,
Is
yeah,
it
chill out.
about trying to win a league?
Don't
or
bite,
win
don't nibble, don't.
is it to win the
They're
league?
drawing you
I
out,
don't know.
Rob.
All I'm
Rob,
saying, my
they're
whole
drawing
life
you
I'm
out.
told that Spurs don't win
Don't.
nothing. We don't win trophies.
Winning
Yada
the
yada
League
yada.
Cup.
It's not about trophies.
It's the group chat.
I'm
Don't
just
do it.
saying.
The Tumultuous says
Two sides
the
of a
new
coin.
slightly tweaked Champions League anthem out. Why change it? It ain't broke. Champions
tweaked it.
League.
Oh, Lord, I'm so glad I'm not in it.
Have you got a
I
thing?
wonder what's the theme tune for the
We've got Europa
Conference
League theme tune. It's the same
But you
one.
haven't
You know,
got your
someone
own.
said they're playing the Conference League game, your game, on Cristiano Ronaldo's channel. On YouTube.
What? Would you...
Why everyone puts City in the top
streaming
6
it on Cristiano
predictions
Ronaldo's
with the
YouTube channel.
150 charges looming, they said. And last one here from Eunice says, Matisse, I'm really hurt. Cecil's...
Cooler than you.
Okay.
Was that what he
Cecil,
says?
yeah, he says you're cooling then.
Well, next Super Chat's going to be wild.
Let's run through some more of these. I need to get some more predictions on this. Wolves versus Chelsea, because we're running out of time on
Oh
the
my
show.
God.
So we're flying to-
Wolves versus Chelsea. Let me just say 2-1 Chelsea.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Because
Where you
he's
going?
conceding.
I'll go 2-1 Wolves.
We'll get the Wolves.
Wolves Chelsea.
Wow.
Now Wolves were good against. They were good against. They were alright against us.
Just need Cunha.
A draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-2.
Where you going? Liverpool, Brentford.
I'll let the man come in and give his prediction. For
All
this.
right.
It's not.
Come on,
His
AGT.
opinion's more valid for this.
Sub him.
Come in quick. We got a hard stop here, which I've already passed by about 4 minutes.
How's it going, people?
Hi.
You all right? Nice to see you all.
Nice to see you.
Oh, Cecil's phone.
Liverpool, Brentford.
Do you know what the one thing I'm scared of? Fabio Carvalho coming back to haunt us because it happens at Anfield quite a lot. I'll go 3-1. I'm going to be at the game.
You don't sound that scared.
Well, he
3-1.
might score the goal. A consolation.
I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, 2-0 Liverpool. Let's get one more in. Man City versus Ipswich.
Oh,
Away though, it's tough.
No, it's at the
Etihad.
It's at the Etihad.
oh God. Back
5-0.
Fire.
Man City. Haaland hat-trick.
4-1.
4-0.
4-0. I'm going 4-0 as well.
Bro, you just signed for them though.
Yeah, 30 mil, hopefully.
Actually, 5
Big up the Tractor Boys of Scout.
Tractor. Right, don't forget to download the Fairplay app by clicking the link in the description below or by scanning the QR code on your screen. This weekend, Fairplay are launching the first goal sweepstake for the Aston Villa versus Arsenal game. It's just £2 to enter, and there was a £150 prize pot up for grabs. They also run a weekly sweepstakes on football, F1, boxing and golf. You must be in the UK and 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly. AGT, big it up, right? I know it was tough for you to get here today, and you featured on the show for about 20
Still got on.
seconds.
Still got on.
But you know
Got my
what?
appearance
We
money.
applaud the effort.
Yeah.
You know what I
What do
mean?
you can't believe?
Now, how are you going to get home?
No, I'm here.
You're going to the
Alright,
Fulham game,
alright.
isn't it? So.
Okay.
The what?
Right.
Oh, wait,
Brentford
is it,
game, Sunday.
Oh, sorry,
So
sorry,
I'll
yeah.
go back up Saturday. And then I'll be here for Monday.
Okay, cool. Abby, thank you very much. Matisse, thank you very much. Cecil,
I wanna
big up
see you.
yourself.
I'm off next week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're getting
Summer's holiday.
Another
yeah.
holiday.
I'll see you on Thursday.
We're all going on a
Fourth?
summer's
Summer
holiday.
holiday.
June.
Not just one as well.
4th of June.
Thursday, the 4th of September.
How many weeks you go for?
Only 1 week, but I've missed the month, 2 Mondays.
Where you going?
2 Rhodes in Greece.
Oh, dear.
See you later, guys.
To be fair, we were pissed off for pre-season.
Yeah, man.
You're all pissed off and left me in
We actually left. We actually
Bye.
left him. You was meant to be there.
Anyway,
there
listen,
now.
thanks to Abby, thanks to the production team. It's flown past today, right? Don't
Has.
forget, we'll be back on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, but we will be here with the show, right? The weekend roundup, rounding up all of the weekend's games, right? So make sure you check it out. Thanks for watching and subscribe here to DR Sports.